You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
Big time controversy last couple days. Shawn Spears was supposed to be at Limitless Wrestling. This was a story that many of you may be aware of, but for the people that aren't aware of, we'll sort of back it up and do the quickest little recap, not even a very good one. Just the bottom line is Shawn Spears was booked to appear at Limitless Wrestling in Maine, I believe. And I think it's today or tomorrow. I can't remember now. Anyway, AEW pulled him from that and said he wouldn't be available. That triggered Limitless Wrestling to tweet out, like, we're sorry, this is ridiculous. We get the shit end of the stick. You know, he was scheduled to be here, and now he's just backing out, like, at the last minute. You know, we're going to replace him with Tommy Dreamer, all this sort of thing. And then just a little bit earlier, we found out that AEW now has allowed Shawn Spears to appear at his previously scheduled booking at Limitless Wrestling, so now he will be at Limitless Wrestling. So it was a very weird thing. Limitless Wrestling shared that AEW pulled him. I'm looking at the report now. It's about matching up with what I said. He's going to go against Anthony Green. So Anthony Green, a good guy, good local wrestler. Actually, I saw Anthony Green a bunch at the Fan Fest recently, but it was announced that so Anthony Green would take on Tommy Dreamer instead, but now Shawn Spears is back, and they said they couldn't thank AEW enough for approving this one day ahead of their upcoming event in Jacksonville. Oh, it's in Jacksonville? Or no, that's the AEW event, right? I'm confused. The company answered damn right to a fan who asked if Dreamer was still coming to VLC 2019. They also announced that they will be sharing an updated bracket tomorrow. The VIP packages of the event will now include Tommy Dreamer trading card, a free Shawn Spears 8x10 plus an autograph. So all of this actually ended up working out for Limitless Wrestling because it ended up being a great promotional tool out of Portland, Maine. So if you're in Portland, Maine, go check out Limitless Wrestling. They've always been a really great promotion here in New England. And there it is, man. Shawn Spears will appear. And not only that, but now you're going to get Tommy Dreamer on top of it. So I'd say it worked out for everyone. You get double the fun. And that's about it. I saw some clips of Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan. The match looked phenomenal. I refused to cover TNA Impact Wrestling because, you know, several times they were dickheads to me about commentary or doing something with them. Over the years, they've always just been scumbags. So I just refuse to talk about TNA Impact Wrestling. But that doesn't mean that the performers are horrible or anything like that. Sure, they were all great, had a great time. Looked like Sami Callihan and Tessa Blanchard tore it up. And that's about it. I really just, other than that, I don't talk about them because I just don't care. I think they're assholes. I tried to promote all their wrestlers and stuff like that on the weekly shows, which would have gotten them hundreds of thousands of views and talk, and we could have done all this stuff. But as you guys remember, TNA basically were assholes, triggering Matt Hardy to call them out about it on Twitter back a couple of years back with me. And, yeah. And I guess they have a relationship with JD's company, so why would I talk about them? So I hope they go out of business at this point. So I don't really care. I think they're garbage. Could have done a lot of things for them, with them, and whatever else over the years. They could use it since I get more views than them monthly. But anyway, Johnny Impact is finishing up with TNA as well, so he's out the door. Johnny Impact, Johnny Wrestling, whatever you want to call him, John Hennigan. Johnny Wrestling is Johnny Gargano, but I mean, I just heard someone call him it the other day, so I don't know if he stole the name back or they stole the name. I don't know. But his contract expired several weeks ago. They agreed he would work Slammiversary, probably in some pay-as-you-go type of situation. Finished the storyline with Rich Swann, which was pretty cool. And Rich Swann is great. But he's a free agent at this point, apparently. He's 39 years old, and he's going to continue to talk with Impact Wrestling, so it doesn't mean that he won't be back. I find it likely that you may see our friend Famous B at some point show up in Impact Wrestling just because of his relationship with some of the people over there and his connection, perhaps, but I don't know. We'd have to ask Famous B that himself. That being said, I'm Joe Cronin. What do you think about all this crap? Speaking of crap, tonight is Monday Night Raw. I can't wait. Last week, they blew us away with a great opening, and then everything kind of started going downhill after that. There was a different vibe for a little bit, but then it was same old crap. What's going to happen tonight on Monday Night Raw? I wonder. I'm waiting. I bet you are too. Here's some other videos you guys might have missed. Plus, up on Patreon, my 2-hour response to Coop being a psychopath and saying, I need my kids taken away from me, I need mental health, and that Ken's wife should be living life to the fullest since she survived cancer. One of the most despicable rants on us I've ever heard in a 2-hour response in audio form, now up on Patreon, and it will be uploaded to YouTube later on once I get that taken care of as well. And here's some other videos you guys might have missed here on the Joe Cronin Show. More wrestling news, more wrestling podcasts throughout the week. So much to talk about. And I will be live tonight after WWE RAW. So be here on the Joe Cronin Show tonight as soon as RAW ends if you guys want to talk about it.